Victory here as a teenager in 2005 sparked a generation of players and fans back home. Revered in China, admired worldwide. Enter the dragon, Junhui. The greatest player in history. Blink and you'll miss him. The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
I think Junhui has won the toss.
Thank you. The first round. Junhui to break.
And he's going to get this opening frame in the final underway. After that epic win against Judd Trump. What a great semi-final that was. Some of the shots that Junhui pulled out at the end were quite remarkable. And no one thought this was going to be the final a couple of weeks ago, Ken. He's done remarkably well to get through to the final again this year.
Yeah. Oh. This will be the start of what's to come. Great opening red from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Just cued it beautiful for the black into the opposite corner. He may even have the lovely angle of just nudging one of those reds away. Yeah, very nicely played. Yeah, I mean, I saw him. I was about to interview him before his match at the beginning of the week against Mark Allen, and he was so poorly that he almost pulled out of the tournament. It's been a terrible bug.
Himself. This tricky one along the cushion. Far from easy, this. Just a little bit of thread or something on the cloth there. No.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 14.
So as I mentioned, that unintentional cannon is preventing Ronnie from making a sizable break there after that terrific opening red. These are not easy. Wow, is it just enough room for this? Yeah, have a look at this. Oh, it's going over the other corner. That was the only red he could leave. But looking at it, it's a thin snick. The white will come back towards the yellow. Might be able to avoid the cannon on the yellow if he knocks it in. Could finish on the blue.
One.
Now the cannon on the brown will do nice. So second.
At a much better angle. He hasn't got it. And a bit of work to do with the cue ball here.
How does this red?
11.
I don't think it goes up past the pink and brown. So it's end of break. I'm just thinking, Ken, back in China, the amount of viewing figures they're going to get, because Ronnie is so popular in China. I mean, Ding is a national hero. But Ronnie is so well thought of there as well. It'll be amazing for the people back there to watch this final.
Yeah, I remember there was some figures banded around when he got to his first world final thing. I think he lost to Selby, but there was something like 200 million people watching in China alone. So huge following. He's got a big following here in York as well. Always has done. And there's the wonderful bargain centre from the back of the hall. Packed to capacity. Another good opening red from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Oh, could have done with a better kiss. He's okay. Brown, pink is available as well. Always a good sign when those are good.
Five.
Oh, that would have felt really good. Just off straight red, but beautifully stunned through for the black.
Well, it's his third chance in this opening frame. Is he going to make this one pay?
12.
Might have to use the other red, yeah, to get through to the black.
13.
And it's stopped it somewhat in its tracks. It's now a thin snick. Far from easy, this one. And if he's going to hold the white, he's got to cannon the two reds there to stop the white from going back up the table. It's a wee bit unlucky the way he cannoned the two reds. He's very close to this one.
$21.
Yeah, it was difficult to control that because he was so close, and he had to make sure he didn't play a push shot.
Well, it was a real test of cueing that black. It's probably the best shot he's played. Okay, could have done with
28.
cue ball going a little bit further, but he's okay. He's got a nice angle on the red. He could just drop the red in along this top cushion. No problem.
29.
And he's nicely on the black into the right centre.
That one played left-handed, made it look very easy. He can get on this one that's near the pink spot without a problem. As long as he avoids the yellow, should be able to do that. He'll only need the one more red. And this looks perfect. Did well to avoid the yellow on the inside there as we look at it.
$43.
I know he's had a few chances, Dennis, but I tell you what, he looks very, very sharp indeed. He's potted some very tricky balls, and that's always a good sign. Okay, he might have missed the red earlier on in the frame, but other than that, he's potted some wonderful balls in this break alone, and that will give him a lot of confidence.
51.
Well, it looks difficult to table, but don't be surprised if he doesn't make a century break. You wouldn't put it past him, because we know how good he is at developing
58.
the game, bringing reds into play.
59.
He's a bit straight on the blue, so he'll have to leave a medium length pot. Oh, got a slight angle, but not much of an angle. But
And it didn't look on, did it? I mean, when he first came to the table, you thought, no way.
oh, what a shame. Another fully stretched there for his shot. He needed 3 chances, but he looks very, very focused. And Ronnie O'Sullivan takes the opening frame. It's 1-0 to the Rocket.
So your seats, please. Thank you. The second frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with Stephen there. Only some of the wonderful pots, all different types of pots in that little break. Long pots, even left-handed stretch shots, Looks very, very sharp. Ding will have picked up on that. He'll know what he's up against and what he'll have to do to counteract that. Very important that he starts well, comes back with something. He cannot be allowed to be bullied by his opponent here. That's more like it. That's the response you want. That's exactly what you want. Great opening red.
Just a little bit concerned when the black is respotted, but the other red you can see is available in the pack there. And one into the right corner. The black will still be available even if the spot's not there. It's got to go as near as possible to the spot. So the black will be available,
8.
but not the red.
Thanks, Dave. 9.
If you can just flick the red slightly, it would help. He's got the angle to do that. And you see the red's not potable there. Yeah, well played. Still got one more red, the right of the pack that's available, so
16.
that opening
17.
long red, giving him a chance. And we'll find out after this shot because it could open things a little bit more.
Yeah, blue. Straight into the pink with the cue ball. Lots of power. As long as he doesn't lose the cue ball, needs to slow up, that's okay. That's fine.
22.
He's on a red into the right corner. He's hit the pink full on. Perfect. He's got the red in, down into this left corner with the rest, but he's also got a red into the right corner.
It's a little bit tight from that angle to get on the black, but he's got an angle on the one. He'd have to use the rest to get over and leave the same pocket that he'd take the red. So if he plays to leave it into the right corner, it would be very awkward. And he's getting this one into the left corner, which will get him over behind the black. I think this is probably a better choice. He could go wrong if he tried to leave the black for the right corner. He might still try and hold it, you know, looking at that angle. He has now. He looks to have judged this very nicely. He only had
23.
fractions to spare there.
Yeah, I think he's good. As you said, it was a very small window.
31.
It's pretty good.
He's a wonderful player to watch when he's break building. That's why he's made 640 centuries in his career.
$39.
And what a message he would be sending out to Ronnie O'Sullivan if he could win this
46.
frame at this visit.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing then, is apart from winning the fight, just the signals, very important early on in a big final like this. That you stand up, and you show exactly whatever you can do, I can do as well. Very important visit this so early in this match. He's got the reds perfect.
$47.
I just hope that both players play at the top of their form and we have a wonderful final, and the indication is that they're both queuing very well.
55.
Just a little bit
62.
shorter of pace. I want to be straight on this red and get back on the black. Played a delicate
63.
little cannon for the pink into the right centre. No. Oh.
Junhui. 63.
As you mentioned, Ken, he didn't get on the red he intended, but I didn't expect him to miss this. He's thinking about the little cannon, took his eye off the pot. How costly could that prove to be?
1.
Yeah, that pink and one more red would have been enough for Junhui, and now he's got a
6. 22. $23.
It's always a little risky to move a red when you're potting a red. He's got an angle to do that, but you're not
30.
guaranteed to get nicely on a colour, so he may leave that. No, he has tried to move it,
31.
and that's the only problem. He can lose position slightly. So it would have to be a blue and a back double on the red as he looks round at the scoreboard. He's still got a chance. He'll be playing the back double here. He'll finish on the black. So this double to keep
36.
this comeback in this frame going. And we've got the perfect picture as to see whether the double goes in. And it's right in the middle of the pocket. One more good shot needed. And it's there.
Well,
the problem may be blue to
46.
pink and then pink to black, but the pink is far enough away.
$53.
Perfect on the blue. This is the key shot. He's got to get nice angle and potting this blue. Get on the pink, and you can get on the black.
58.
Oh,
64.
great shot. One more clearance, and this will hurt Junhui.
Steve
71.
Junhui started off at 63. Missed an easy pin. Ronnie O'Sullivan pounces. What a clearance. It's 2-0.
Confidence back after missing that easy pink in the last.
This is a little bit of a tester, Dennis.
30.
Well played. That was a little tester. There was a bit of pressure on that. That'll make him feel a bit. Didn't go into the middle of the pocket, but that will make him feel better. Once again, he just got the reds. Absolutely perfect here. It's just a matter of close control we talked about that he's normally so good at. He made the perfect break in the last frame right up until the last shot. It'd be ideal for Ding if the pink still pots.
37.
He could play for pink here, pink or black, but the pink may still be available.
38.
Now that was a
Junhui.
lapse in concentration there.
38.
He had a choice of reds to play for, and he decided to just drop it in and didn't concentrate 100%. And this game, you've got to give even the easiest of shots your full 100% concentration. That's 2 bad misses, and that could be costly again.
One.
Especially when you've got an opponent knocking balls like that in. Not perfect. It's awkward.
8.
Screwed straight back into the res. Never touched the cushion there. And it's finished a little bit awkward. This will be some pot up into the corner and get on the black. Look at this, right in the middle of the pocket.
Wonderful shot.
$60.
It's amazing what can happen when you win a frame that you're not supposed to.
17.
Your opponent should win it. The effect it has on your opponent, and also the effect it has on your own game. The confidence it gives you. It's like a double whammy. And that's what it's affected Ding, missing that black.
$31.
Two easy reds and 2 rather difficult reds left.
37.
The 2 difficult ones are not tight on the cushion.
8. $45. 46.
Needs a slight angle on this black. Yeah, he's got an angle to be able to power it in. And have a look at that for a shot. It's
53.
a tricky little cut.
Oh,
Tingle down.
Tell you what, Ken, he pots them right hand, left-handed, and look at that shot with the rest. He keeps saying you never settle until you get your first frame on the
64.
board. And Ding Junhui had
66.
settled. He's just made 2 mistakes, and it's cost him dearly.
$69.
The way Ronnie's playing, Ding Junhui, he's going to have to try and win the frame at one visit.
73. Yanks.
71 break in frame 1, 71 break in frame
84.
2. And now this, he's going to take some stopping, is Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's a wonderful start, and he leads Ding Junhui by 3 frames to 0.
Thank you. The 4th frame. Thank you. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Last frame before the mid-session interval. An important frame for Ding Junhui. Needs to forget about what's gone, start fresh, try and get that first frame on the board. Can't do anything that he's missed, can't forget about it. Every frame is different. That's the beauty of snooker. It's very difficult to do that, but that's what he has to do. Is Ronnie on this red enough? I'm not quite sure. Can't see it direct. He may have to bend it to pot it. Doesn't look like he's playing the pot.
Excellent shot, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to try and put Ronnie in all sorts of trouble, try and force him into making a mistake, because Ronnie looks so focused. He's not going to give anything away, even on the tactical side. He's going to be top class, you would think. Indicated by that delicate little escape there into the side of the reds. So Ding Junhui is going to have to put some telling safeties in here.
Thanks, Ding. Thank you.
Tap on the table there from Ronnie, but can he see enough of this red? Yeah, but it's not a natural angle to play for the black, so he just play the safety, looking the way he's queuing at it. I say he won't take any undue risks, won't Ronnie? Won't take any liberties whatsoever.
Yeah, totally agree, Dennis. He has the utmost respect for his opponent. He knows what he's capable of. He has him where he wants him at the moment. He doesn't want to give him anything easy. Gotta build his confidence. That's a good shot. That might build your confidence. Once again, Deng Junhui in first. Great opening red.
I mean, he looks to be queuing beautifully. Does Deng Junhui? It's just a couple of little mistakes.
4.
That's cost him.
He's looking to see, after potting this red, does he leave an angle on the blue once again to split the pack? There is one loose red at the bottom of the pack, but if he can get a nice angle on the blue, he's normally so aggressive and he's so good at that particular shot.
5.
So here we go. Full into the pink. Try and keep that cue ball in the middle of the table if possible. Oh, missed the pink. Didn't cue. There was a bit of a rush into it and too much stun on it.
Isn't it funny the blue wasn't on its spot, which just made it put everything into the pot. Hope that that white gets a nice cannon and leaves yourself on the colour. Much too thin, but at least he's got it safe.
It's all part of the strategy and psychology of snooker. You know, when you sometimes leave little testers
50.
for players, particularly in the manner of when you've won frames, the way
60.
Ronnie has done the last couple. You don't mind leaving some long balls because you know he's going to be under that little bit more pressure.
Yeah, well, you're just talking about psychology. Yeah, a shot you've got to take on. If I get this, I'm in amongst them.
23.
Sometimes players think if I miss this, I'm leaving them on. That's how you approach it.
$24.
It's not ideal. He's got one red with a very acute angle into the left centre. I don't think he can pot the red that's closest to the left centres. So he's looking at this more. No, doesn't look like it. Oh, it was close. Has he left it? He has.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 31.
Not a chance. For Deng Junhui.
A little better.
6.
Well, if you ever question Deng's temperament, you saw it in abundance there. That was a tough shot. Now, if ever he needed a 60 plus break, it was definitely here. A little bit edgy, that one. He's okay. Gone a bit too far with the cue ball.
40.
Bit of adrenaline, a bit of nerves. It needs a bit of control. Those two reds and a lot of pink are a plant. That's better.
15.
He's got to avoid this red beneath the black.
Good to get this red out of the way because it helps to clear the path for the two that are near the pink together there.
23.
He can now play the white into the area that the red is potted and leave those two reds. In fact, he's played for the difficult red, so getting it out of the way. But has he finished straight on this?
37.
Oh, he's got a slight angle. Well, he's played a couple of pressure.
Campaign in this final. 4-0, and you're fearing the worst. But just got to hold himself together. A few more pots. Another red and high value colour after this black. Oh, he's gone a little bit too far again. It's not 100% certain just yet. Still a bit of work to do. Oh, good pot.
50.
That's better. Much better. And he's nicely on the black as well. He's done well here, Dennis. Showed a lot of courage here. Fortitude.
And I think the Barbican crowd appreciate that. Badly needed the frame, and he's taking it in style.
We saw Ronnie
62.
slap his lap when he missed that red into the middle. He knew it was an opportunity for 4-0 at the interval. But how brave Ding Junhui has been in this break.
Have cost him frames. It could have been 3-1 the other way, but this is just what he needed.
$83.
Nice full ball kiss on the pink. There you go. Now.
89.
Has he got the pace? Left-handed. Oh, there we go. Calling all pockets.
Ding Junhui 89 on the break.
He makes a wonderful 89 break, Ding Junhui. He's but it's O'Sullivan who leads 3 frames to 1.
Is number 8.
Number 8. So it will be Mark Williams or Ding Junhui, depending upon what happens today.
And he will play number 11.
We'll play Ali Carter. Famous run to the Masters final in 2020, yes, and the reigning German Masters champion. Next one, Steve.
Number 5.
Mark Selby, 3 times a Masters champion. He's won at Wembley and Ali Pali. And he will play, John.
Number 14.
We'll play Robert, Welsh Open champion, back for his 3rd Masters campaign, but his first for 8 years.
Number 1.
Number 1, Judd Trump, the defending champion. What a title. Said it meant more to him than winning the Worlds in 19.
And he will play number 9.
He'll play Kyron Wilson, runner-up in 2018. What a first round match that is. That's savage.
Number 4.
Number 4, Mark Allen, champion in 2018 and reigning champion of champions as well. He loves the invitational events.
Play number 10, Rob.
Oh, we'll play John Higgins. How about that? Twice a Masters champion. That's good enough to be the final, and they meet in the first round. That's why the Masters is so good.
Number 3.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, the 7-time Masters champion. The first of those crowns coming in 95. And the Rocket will play, John?
Number 12.
Will play Ding Junhui or Mark Williams, depending upon what happens in the rest of this match.
Number 6.
Number 6, Neil Robertson, twice a Masters champion. Those crowns in 12 and 22.
We'll play number 15.
He'll play Barry Hawkins, the reigning European Masters champion and multiple Masters finalist.
Okay.
Just a couple more. Cannot believe some of these matchups.
Number 7.
Number 7, Sean Murphy completed the Triple Crown with his Masters win in 2015. And the Magician will play, John?
Number 3.
He will play Zhang Anda, making his debut in the Masters after scorching up into the world's top 16, winning that international championship.
Finally.
Last but by no means least,
Number 2.
Luca Bracel, the reigning world champion, and the Belgian Bullet will play, John?
Number 16.
Will play Jack Lisowski, semi-finalist in this year's Masters. Thanks for your assistance, gents. Hazel, we have some absolutely blockbuster matches to come in January. 5 weeks today. Don't they dare miss it.
Thank you. The 5th frame. Ding Junhui to break.
Yeah, good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, everybody. And fantastic opening session. Could have been any score, really, but he dinged 1 or 2 surprising misses, but he's been punished severely. Ronnie looks in excellent form. This is what it's all about for him, Sean, isn't it? The final days.
Absolutely. What a career this man's had. Looking for a record extending 8th title. Today, he's well on his way. From my perspective, from what I saw in the first 4 frames, I think the score should be the other way around. Ding should have definitely won the 2nd and 3rd frames. 2 elementary misses from that man on your screen. I've seen the score 3-1. Excellent long pot, slightly under hit. Mo Sullivan, he was looking to be on the black, into the same pocket. As we see the replay here, struck that beautifully.
Ronnie O'Sullivan won.
Very good steely determination about him this week, I think, Ding Junhui. Right from the opening match with Mark Allen, where he was certainly under the weather, but the clearances he made at the end of the frames to beat Mark were incredible. And of course he was behind Sir Mark Williams. Brilliant final frames. And even yesterday in the match that needed, well, one of the players to grab it with Judd Trump, it was him who stepped up to the plate, so he's certainly been putting the effort in.
Mistake there from O'Sullivan, colliding into the green. He was trying to get the cue ball between yellow and green, but he's left this long red for Ding Junhui, and he can stun through for the black into the same pocket.
Yeah, all about cueing this nice and smoothly, isn't it? There's been the odd sort of glitch in Ding's cue action, but he seems to put an extra sort of stroke in, so
One.
It didn't happen there, which was great. And has changed slightly, but that was beautifully delivered. There was no extra pause there.
Eight.
Black spot tied up, so being respotted on the highest available. Brown.
9.
That tells us that the pink spot's obviously not available as well, so when Ding pots this, unless he moves those reds from the spot, it'll go on the green spot. And you'd think the chances of scoring a few from there would be slim.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a plant on. It's virtually guaranteed, but as Sean said, it's difficult to score here with going up and down.
16.
Yep, pot the black and get it back down the table. Get it on the pink spot. That'll be a massive help. So one really good shot away from having a chance here. This certainly wasn't easy when he came to the table. Oh, you can't miss those, Ding.
Ding Junhui 16.
Has been the nature of the opening session, has to be said. Just the odd miss.
Yeah, his unforced error count at 3, and they've been 3 absolute sitters. And the first 2 cost him 2 frames.
What?
What's that one going to cost him?
Yeah, nothing worse when you do it as well. It's you've done most of the hard work, you've tidied the table up, and you've missed that. Black's going to go on the pink spot, and you give your opponent a very good chance. They hurt.
Eight. No.
Yeah, it's not finished ideal. Couldn't play a little cannon at the top of the table there, so there was a chance he could come up short on this blue. Yeah. Certainly won't be happy with that. So this time, Ding's miss doesn't
Ronnie
cost him.
Osullivan 14.
It's a very good safety from Ronnie. Well, can he sneak through? Might cut this. And it did. It was nearly a guide. Shots are nothing available here though.
One. Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Yeah, nicely played. It was simple enough, the escape, but you've still got to get them right. Trying to trap Ding behind the pink there. Just didn't quite catch it thin enough, and possibility of cutting the red closest to the right hand corner into the left hand corner.
It's skinny, but you can cut this in. It's one of those that you better make sure you get it, because you're clipping it so thin, it's the jaws, it generally stays there. Great pot.
1.
Yeah, this was excellently played, and if the pink passes the green into the yellow pocket, that's a bonus. Long pot success throughout the tournament has been excellent. 40 out of 55 that he's gone for, and he's 8 out of 9 today. Generally,
7.
that's a big clue with Ronnie's game. When he's long games on song, he's very, very dangerous. You know what he's like in the balls.
8.
A bit of working out to be done here, of course.
50.
No problem getting on the black, but all the reds are quite awkward as they stand.
16.
So, as ever, always interesting to watch how he goes about it. Yep, and he's nothing. Cannon hasn't worked out at all. So he's had 2 decent visits to the table, but they've not worked out.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 23.
There's a poor shot from Ding. Always a possibility you were cannoning into the other red, and the only place it was going to go was over this corner, so didn't think well.
1.
But once again, he may not be getting punished.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Playing him behind the green here. Always knew he was going to be moving other reds as well. One's gone towards the corner pocket. That cue ball's near the yellow. Good weight. But he's left a similar red as Ronnie potted before, but he's not interested in it. And if he avoids the green, this is a good line. Great shot.
That's a shot he's particularly proficient at. He looks to play the long direct shot with a bit of running. Tips the edge. Trying to get in behind that green. I have to say that it's a big target in the corner now to get in behind, and one player gets in there, it's going to be a massive advantage because the Reds are now in potable position, so could provide dividends. He's trying, not quite enough on the cue ball.
Last time
He played his safety shot. I bet he can't believe he's coming back to the table in this position. This is a wonderful pot. Felt he had no alternative, but some pot to knock it in.
Foul and a miss. Ding Junhui 4.
Well, this is very missable down the cushion. So having the cue ball replaced. Oh no, he's having it cleaned. Sorry.
I'm going to say, would you put him back in here, or would you fancy the shot? Tricky situation, isn't it?
Yeah, personally, I'd have it replaced because I just think these are awkward little cutbacks into what we call a blind pocket. Very missable, this red. No, but he's played that so well. He's fully committed as well. Look at the pace he played it. There was no thought of missing it.
Lovely shots there. I say no hesitation from Ding. He was always taking that red. Knocked it in. Nice little cannon off the black, so his turn to return the favour, you would think. Ronnie nicked a couple of frames early on. Can Ding do the same to him?
Interested to see what colour Ding plays for off the last red. Needs to avoid it as he pots the black here, but wouldn't be a terrible idea to play up for the pink maybe.
17.
So it better be a good shot. Can he miss the pink? No. I'm not too sure about the way he went about that shot. I don't think I could have been playing the cannon on the black there.
24.
And that red. Well, he showed an unbelievable piece of cueing earlier in this frame with that long red. This will probably be better. Hampered by the green. Just off straight. And the best part of 11 feet. And he's digging down. This will be a piece of cueing. That was very high tariff.
2.
Well, this frame could have gone either way so far. Both players have had chances.
And the blue will be sitting there for him.
9. $14.
How's the pace? Is it enough? Pretty good. So this is a very big ball in the context of this final. Pink for a 4-1 lead.
20.
And then it goes. He's happy with that one. Out of 2 or 3 chances in it, both players did. But it's Ronnie O'Sullivan who takes it, and he leads by 4 frames to 1.
Thank you, the 6th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Good judgment of pace from O'Sullivan on the break-off, but this red's been left a lot during this week. Some shot to drop this in for the black. Wonderful shot. Especially with what's gone on so far.
And 4-1 down. Absolutely beautiful piece of cueing.
8. Junhui 8.
That wasn't the right shot. That was the shot of a desperate man. Claw something into the match, get himself involved, but I'm afraid that was just the wrong shot. Should have been a safety shot there, and he's gifted this opportunity to O'Sullivan.
1.
So unlucky. Just screwed into the pack like that.
40.
Moved nearly all the reds. In fact, I don't think referee Rob Spencer saw the red drop in.
Okay, yeah.
That was so unlucky. But I suppose on the other hand, a little fortunate not to have left Ding with a ball to go at.
Far too thick there on the contact. Not like Ronnie to be catching it that thick, getting anywhere near the blue.
Lucky.
Well, I'll be hoping that red's run down the table far enough so he can clip the one in the corner and it has. So this is a chance for Ding Junhui.
1.
One good positional shot away from a very good chance.
Well, a good couple of feet away from his intended position.
6.
On this red above and to the right of the black to this left-hand corner pocket. Very, very missable now, this shot. Should have been much easier.
Ding Junhui 6.
Just not at the races today, John?
Not at the moment. It's just, you know, the last shot there, there was just nothing on the cue ball, wasn't it? When it came off the cushion, I was expecting it to fizz down the table, but didn't seem to be anything on it.
1.
Yeah, 1 or 2 worrying signs. He's been very competitive all week. Really gritty, but there's a couple of things happening in this frame. It's not looking good. It wasn't the worst cannon. A little bridge over and decent chance.
Just caught that red full in the face, and that's what stopped the cue ball in its tracks. Now
12.
he can still pot this red, but it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, because there's 2 reds behind that cue ball. It makes it trickier. Absolutely nothing you can do with the white on these. You've just got to plain ball it.
Yeah.
Hard enough as it is. So trying the extended spider. This is far from easy.
Oh, that's well then. Yeah.
Yeah, that extended spider that's just been put away is actually probably a bit too high. Using the rest on top of the spider gives you the same effect, but slightly lower. So you can actually see over the cue.
The other one, because you're so far distance away from the cue ball, it's making it much more difficult. Well done. It was possible.
Yeah, nice to see O'Sullivan
1.
tapping his knee in the background there to appreciate that. That was very difficult, has to be said. Very, very awkward cueing.
Well, you can't ask for any more, Ding. As I say, he took a shot, I quite agree with you, was a bit desperate to start the frame. And
8.
one of the other visits wasn't convincing either, so...
Get back down for reds.
$30. $31.
So this black put Ding 44 points ahead. Just 51 remaining.
Go on, Ding, you're right. Go on.
And he's looking for this red. Relevant, needing snookers.
38. 39.
Yeah, well taken. And boy, did he need these. He was certainly rocking a little bit at the start of this frame. This will help the
46.
cause.
Ding Junhui 46.
Sullivan
frame.
considered it, but in the end he gives the nod of concession. Ding really needed that frame. Very, very important win of that frame to stem the tide. He cuts the lead to just 2. Ronnie O'Sullivan leads 4 frames to 2.
Thank you. The 7th frame. Ding Junhui to break.
Yes, Ding will be feeling a heck of a lot better taking that frame. As for Ronnie, he'll probably be ruining the fact that he finished so awkward and splitting the pack up, leaving that shot he ultimately fouled. But there you go, it's all gone now.
Well, what a shot that is he's picked out. This is incredible. Not just the pot, but to get the cue ball underneath the second red so he didn't leave it should he miss it. That was fabulous. Sometimes feel like some shots are worth more than one.
Ding Junhui 1.
That's been the tale of the tape so far. Been quite dramatic already this match in just the 6 frames we've had. The only thing we haven't had yet is a century break. Oh, another fantastic pot from Ding Junhui. And this time he's on the colour.
Yeah, you can definitely say his long game has shot up the scale. Some of the long balls he's potted here. And what a split. The only thing is, you may need
40.
It's funny, isn't it? You wouldn't see the extended spider used from one tournament to the next. We've seen it 3 times in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, the multitude of reds to go over, but it was a lot
9.
easier shot than the last one he potted in the last frame. But as I say, all week he's had this determination that when things have started to go wrong, he's kicked in and he's found a bit.
16.
He's doing it again here. Made something happen in this video.
17.
Just over 15 minutes on average per frame, which is fairly good. And as your current match time, they've been playing for just over an hour and a half. And that's a good pace of play.
25.
Yeah, it was never going to be a messy match, this, was it? The two players had too much quality and like to get on with it. Really important visit, this, you feel.
32. Thank you. 33.
And it's hard to believe, isn't it, when you watch Ding in full flow as he has been this week, that he's somehow slipped out of the world's elite top 16. To come through qualifiers just to be here this week.
40.
Started in the last 80, beating Daniel Wells 6-4, before beating Robbie Williams 6-3 to get here. And then had the draw to play the defending champion Mark Allen.
41.
And once he got through that match, played some fantastic stuff to find himself in today's final.
$48. $56.
Needs another 11 points with these two loose reds.
57.
And Ronnie O'Sullivan will need snookers by the time Ding gets to those 5 that are in that cluster. Does it reach? Does it reach? Goodness me, his heart will have been in his mouth there. That looked for all the world as if it was short.
62.
On its last turn.
$63. $69.
Didn't really get a split right down the middle. Tricky little cutback, this. In she goes. Great shot. You were saying Sean hasn't had a century yet. Here's one coming up.
77.
And you think 6-2 down to Ronnie going into the final session wouldn't have been very pretty. And even if he doesn't win the last frame, 5-3 down certainly isn't the end of the world. So there's a huge frame
86.
for him to win.
87. $94. 95.
Well played, Junhui. Excellent contribution.
102. 105. 109. 114. Ding Junhui,
Not quite
140.
there, but vintage Ding. What a break that was. Certainly made it happen himself right at the start of it. Very positive. And that was a wonderful century. First of the final, and he trails by 4 frames to 3.
B. Very similar long red to the couple he knocked in the previous frame. Very, very close, was playing for the black. Don't think he's left anything for O'Sullivan to have a go at. It's been 60 centuries in this tournament this week. It really has been a fabulous barrage of scoring from the players. Massive frame now in the context of the match. 4 each will taste a lot sweeter than 5-3.
And it just shows you, it doesn't, this game, no fear of reputations, doesn't care how good you are. When the time Ronnie O'Sullivan played that screw cannon into the pack and landed awkward on that red, he hasn't really had a look at a ball since. Ding was brilliant last frame. So it's just amazing how the game can get away from you sometimes with doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah, and having not really featured in the last couple of frames, this is a massive shot. Very, very difficult off the cushion. Playing for the black. Yeah, that was very, very difficult anyway. Now, did that kiss spoil things for Ding Junhui? Can he get through to either red?
Well, 4 reds, maybe 5 available.
He'd love to be able to pot this red. Get on the black,
6.
and once the black's respotted. Well, does this red go past the black into the other corner? There you see, clearly it does, so
40.
perfectly in position now.
Yeah, and the red that's on the right hand side, the pack loose, a little cannon into that one will leave the red closest to it in the opposite pocket, so nice little cannon here. Well, played the screw back for the loose one first, but it's still an option for the next shot. A little flick on that will just leave you on the bottom
22. 23.
Well, he's quite gone far enough, but yeah, he's perfect. And now, because he's a little bit low, he should move a few more. Well, get in position here though.
30.
Plays this with power and make sure. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
38. Thank you. 39.
Excellent display of courage from Ding Junhui here. Dragged himself up from the floor at 4-1 behind. And it looks for all the world, barring something silly, that he is going to come out of this session 4 frames apiece with Ronnie O'Sullivan. That didn't look likely an hour ago.
$47.
212 points without reply now. There's evidence of the turnaround in play.
$54. 55.
Yeah, just coming into the danger zone here. Where can you make a ricket near this part of the frame, and your opponent comes in and clears up, which has happened quite a bit already today, Sean.
Yeah, happened in frame 2 with that missed pink to the right hand middle pocket. Absolute sitter playing the cannon, and it cost him that frame. Next frame he missed a black off the spot, cost him. Just needs to give every shot now maximum concentration.
Thanks, Ding. 63.
So this black will put him 70 points ahead, 75 still remaining, so needs one more red after this black, and Ronnie O'Sullivan will need snookers.
Well, the only way he can't be on one is if he rests on the red.
70.
And guess what?
Touching ball.
He's rested on it. It was a funny choice, wasn't it? You could either play a sort of short and guarantee yourself a pot, or go in a bit firmer and move it. And where he's finished is absolutely horrible.
Yeah, you could easily say that's unlucky. It's not unlucky. That is a really poor shot at a really important stage of this match. You cannot put the cue ball there. What a mistake.
Thanks, Ding.
Taking
Ding
the
Junhui
opportunity,
7.
using the touching ball to try and put the black in complicated positions. O'Sullivan comes back to the table, but he shouldn't have been at the table. This frame should have made. I think he was trying a double to screw back for the black. He's not left anything simple here for Ding. But this red would seal the frame. Now where's this red going to finish? That wasn't his best piece of cueing by a long way. Got the double kiss on the cue ball.
Yeah, it's the first one of those long pots, and certainly in the last session here, that he's overhit. And that's not going to go in the pocket. He's covered it with the pink. Is it a big hole?
Well, it's incredibly lucky to cover that red behind the pink, having left it dripping over the pocket.
It's a big hole. Think maybe you can play one of the reds up into the corner and off it.
I'm not sure. I think it's very thin, the one that's to the left of the 5. I'm not sure if the second red in, he can hit enough of it. He's looking at it.
Can you turn that off, please?
You'd think anywhere up the left-hand side of the table just before that red. Don't think that's the right angle. Needs cover.
Oh, right.
Needs cover.
Yeah, played it in quite a clever way, didn't he? There's definitely a chance he just Made sure he got a good cue ball, which he certainly did. And that, what a wonderful response this has been from Junhui.
Yeah.
And Ronnie's laughing at him and shakes his hand and says, "That's enough. I'll see you later on, pal." What a great performance from Junhui. 4-1 down. It's 4 each. Plenty to play for tonight, everybody.
And now, here comes the greatest player in history, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Then get shooter break. Yeah.
Thank you, Hazel. Good evening, everybody. What a
Thank you, the ninth
fantastic
frame.
atmosphere we have here in the Barbican for what promises to be an absolute classic.
Junhui to break.
And along with myself guiding you through the first 4 frames this evening, we've got 1997 world champion.
Oh, thank you, Sean, and good evening. Ronnie O'Sullivan was hoping for, but hold on. Maybe got away with that, believe it or not. Reds have gone everywhere, but there's nothing straightforward. Yeah, it's just a great reception, isn't it, for both players coming in there, the atmosphere. The crowds in here, Sean, and you've played here, it's just been brilliant all week, haven't they?
No, it's been epic. Every session has been pretty much packed, sell out all week. And this crowd were treated to 8 of the best this afternoon. Doesn't matter which player goes on to win tonight, it will be a fantastic match, come what may.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, and I must say, I was a little bit worried for Junhui earlier on when he lost the second and third frames and went 3-0 behind, but I tell you what, he showed some wonderful temperament to claw himself back on level terms. He's played some great snooker, and if anything, has probably finished the stronger of the 2 players. There's the story of the 8 frames. Lots of big breaks there. 1 century from Ding, but a litany of breaks from both players.
Yeah, I don't care who you are now. Or will he keep the fight going for something a bit easier?
Yeah, I just think the fact that maybe, as we look at as well, it's well over half an hour since Ronnie last potted the ball. I think the fact that the black was sort of tied up, there was no value in taking that on, so a good safety shot, and this is a really good line. Very good line. He has left the red into this left corner pocket, but very difficult to take this on, not knowing where the cue ball is going to finish. Yeah, just a containing safety shot. And as long as he doesn't leave anything into that left centre, which he may have done, he's given Ronnie a free shot here. So first, half chance for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
One.
Excellent pot there from Ronnie O'Sullivan to end his drought. Oh, and that's a very good one too. Not just the pot, but to get the necessary spin on to miss the pink.
Four.
Trickling in behind the green and try and get a snooker.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
He may be on this red, you know, it might be worth taking this red on. Screw him back towards the bulk area. Oh, he did, and as he got lucky. Not this time.
It's very thin, this red. I wonder if Ronnie can control the cue ball down the table for the black. It's possible to the right hand corner.
One.
Played it very well. Not sure if the black spot's available for when it gets respotted. Referee Rob Spencer just checking. Was not enough room on the black spot. Got that little device in there to show him the correct size. Must just be enough room on that pink spot. And a word for Rob, he's done a fantastic job
8.
so far in this match. One of our best referees, and it's a big night for him. This is
So much chalk came off Ronnie's tip there. Trail of it. And got into the cue ball. He'll probably want to brush that piece of chalk. And you can see it on the bay. It's just it's quite a lot come off the tip. It's not straightforward, this. I mean, black is tied up, so the cue ball's got to do a little bit of work here.
$15.
He's played this really well. He could have easily ran into the yellow there, but he's judged that pretty good.
$21.
Well, that's just another magnificent shot left-handed. I mean, you almost take it for granted when Ronnie plays left-handed now, but even those shots, he's got to do a little bit of work with the cue ball and still manages. So pure.
$26.
Nice shot this on the long blue to the yellow
32.
pocket by Ronnie. He's screwed into a position now that you'd think his next pot on the red will lead him to the black.
$33.
That's a great shot, played with force in stun and left-hand side to widen the angle. Just a bit complicated to stay for the black to the right middle. That red nearest the corner pocket causing a few problems. Decided to get out of there.
Well, he'll settle for
38.
that. Got too much side spin on it, but it's okay.
$39.
Another wonderful shot. He's going to require another blow up into the yellow pocket, screw back for these two loose reds left of the black. Oh, this is good stuff from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's desperate to get the black, but at the moment
44.
just can only concentrate on the blue. Well, he's having to work hard for this break.
45. 51.
This time he may have to go in and out of bulk around 3 cushions with the red at the bottom of the little cluster. Needs to move, needs to go. Has it got the pace? Has it got the pace?
56.
Maybe. Has he got enough of it? Oh, just about. It wiped its feet, but it was good enough. What a start. We were expecting fireworks. And as usual, the rocket delivers.
63.
This is incredible break.
Yeah, and it's taken a while, but he finally got to get the black off the pink spot. Just shows you don't always have to chase it.
70. 71.
And wouldn't it be typical to kick things off with a century?
$78. 79.
Incredible shot. Absolutely incredible shot.
Stop it.
It's a 5.
Thank you. The 10th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Yes. 10 is the magic number to lift that beautiful UK Championship trophy. The players walk by as they come into the arena. Yeah, maybe he didn't have the best angle there, but somewhere down the road, he's
10.
got to try and bring pink or black into play as soon as possible.
$11.
He looks very straight on this blue, and if he is bolt straight, that's a mistake. Can he force an angle at all? Slightest of angles there. So playing that with screw and right hand side to spin the cue ball down towards these reds.
60. $17.
Yeah, just asking referee Rob Spencer to clean that cue ball. And this is a part of the game that has kind of disappeared in recent seasons. You don't see it much, but you can clearly see the debris that's on the table and the cue ball picking it up as it travels round.
$22.
I'd suggest that soon he needs to try and make something happen here regards the pink and the black. Don't think you'll get very far just using the blue. It's possible to clear up, but very, very difficult. Little slow cannon to the pink or something just to bring them into play is what's needed soon.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think he wanted to do it a bit earlier, but got a bit straight on the blue. He has a nice angle. He could attempt to go into a couple of reds or the pink here. And maybe he just wants to pick a few of them off at the moment. Yeah, he's been slightly conservative. Maybe well, he did have a look at the possibility of the 2-ball plant next to the pink, this left corner. No, that can't be made.
$29.
Well, that certainly helps. Bringing that red up nicely on the brown.
Yeah, and it also freed the red. It's 2 from the black as well, so that's now in play, and it wasn't before that shot. But it's going to be very, very difficult to win this frame at this visit just using the blue and bought colours.
33. $34.
I was just going to say, it's very similar. It's the type of break that Ronnie had in the very first frame. He only had the blue to play with for quite a long time. Exactly like Ding now. If he can play this red, he may be able to nudge the red just to the right of the black. Black is available, and this would really open up things. And very well worked out. Eventually got there. He's had to work hard, but once again his cue ball has been exemplary. He's just checking the spot, so if the black is potted, when it's respotted, maybe that top red. So that's why he doesn't want to take a chance. I'm just playing for the bottom red, and this will tell him as soon as Rob Spencer puts the black. Well, it won't go on its spot, will it? Or will it? Maybe it will. But this will tell him whether the top red is still potable into the left corner.
47.
Yeah, I don't think it is potable. So Ding purposefully leaving the angle on the black here that he can just nudge that red out of the way. Just grazed it a little bit thinner than he intended, and that's gone slightly more awkward than he wanted to.
55.
See, 53 ahead, 59 remaining. So he only wants this red to leave O'Sullivan needing snookers, but he'd love to add a colour to it just to guarantee the frame.
$56.
He won't be potting a colour from there. So, 54 the lead, 51 remaining. 1 4-point penalty snooker needed by O'Sullivan. I'm sure he'll come back to the table.
Ding Junhui. 56.
Not too sure about that safety shot. I prefer to get that black safe, maybe on a side cushion. Making it more difficult for Ronnie O'Sullivan, should he get the opportunity. However, he has a chance here. Cool. So Ronnie concedes. He doesn't want to play for snookers. He's had enough, and a good Junhui in the end was enough to get his first frame on the board tonight. And once again, back on level terms, 5-all.
Okay. Thank you. The 11th frame. Ding Junhui to break. One.
It was touch and go as to whether he could pop this red and avoid cannoning into the red and black, but he played this perfectly. Missed the black by a whisker. Not a hugely appetising table just yet. He's going to have to manufacture something here very soon. I think the black's available to the left-hand corner pocket. Not sure about the red above it.
Four. Five.
Well, you see, black and red both go, so that's good news for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Black still pots in the right corner as well. Needs to be have a straight shot on this red to get down for the black angle.
No. So.
Oh, that's just so good. That's just so good. The action on the cue ball was perfect.
I just think people almost forget, Ken, that he played that with his wrong hand. I think we're so used to it
60.
with O'Sullivan. He'd switch his hands. No one really notices anymore. It's incredible. If you tried to play that shot with the wrong hand, you could be there all day.
This is a more difficult shot he's playing here. Oh, he's played it well.
17.
Yeah, it's okay. Didn't have the right angle on the red into right centre. We saw a couple of shots earlier that top red pots there, you see it.
No, isn't it, Ken? Because the red to the middle from the previous shot was a much easier shot, and Ronnie chose to play that much more difficult red for black, and I think that linked to the
24.
somewhat premature concession in the previous frame gives us an indication that he just wants to get on with things tonight, doesn't want to get bogged down, he's going for it, wants to be in his rhythm.
25.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I think that was a signal in itself. He wants to win it in one visit, not trying to win frames and burn up a lot of energy trying to play for snookers.
And that's always been the O'Sullivan way, hasn't it? For him, it's not just about winning. He wants to win his way.
32.
Not happy to just scrape over the line. Wants to win with flamboyance and put on a great show.
$33.
But this isn't getting any easier. Tried to dislodge more reds there and potted the red into the thick part of the pocket, so the cue ball went straighter and didn't dislodge the reds. Having to force this round off 2 cushions for the loose red, and he's played this nicely. But he's going to be have to moving reds after this shot.
40.
Yeah, as we see the view from the back of the Barbican centre. He's got to get low on this black here. It's missable, this red. He's concentrating on position. Yeah, it was missable. He changed his mind. He changed his mind. Instead of going low on the black, he decided to screw back for the blue. A little bit of frustration creeping in. It's not a good sign. It's a good sign for Ding.
One.
Now Ding take advantage. A wonderful shot, perfect on the blue. Split these reds. He's got to hit that pink full ball.
Just needs to be careful here, Ken. If he hits the pink full on the nose, the red underneath it will go close to this right hand corner pocket. That's gone probably about as badly as it could. Can he get through to the red closest to the corner pocket? It's very, very thin if he can. Well, he can, but this is extremely thin.
Got to be careful of the in-off and the left. Could go close. Oh, O'Sullivan. Yeah, well, not a great split. Just hit that pack wrong off the blue for Ding Junhui. Lost control of the cue ball. Just making sure, Ronnie O'Sullivan, even though the ball is virtually over the pocket and sort of going towards the right side of the pocket rather than being in the middle of it. He's got to judge this perfectly. The black does pot. He's got the pink as well. Doesn't want to overscrew it. He's okay.
And Ding Junhui will be very, very frustrated, sat in his chair now,
8.
having had that chance. O'Sullivan missed his previous red with the rest. He reacted a bit to it and threw the rest on the table, giving out with frustration. And to only make 6 from that opportunity, Ding will be very, very annoyed with himself.
No.
Yeah, having an anxious look there, just to see what sort of an angle. He needs an angle on this pink just to drop onto the close together, separate them, and hopefully leave a red into the middle. And that looks pretty good. He's got to play a little, when potting this red, just a little cannon on the red just to the left and hold for the pink once again into the opposite middle.
$60.
Quick glance at the score. He's 50 points in the lead. Still 67 remaining.
$22. 23.
Yeah, at least needed a couple of chances, Ronnie.
29.
Ding had a half chance. The split off the blue didn't work out the way he wanted.
30. $37. 38. $45. 46.
Beautifully struck shot there to screw the cue ball out for the black.
$53. 54. $60.
Certainly not hanging around. Average frame time is
62.
just above the 14-minute mark. Played at a brisk pace from both players.
65.
Ronnie in full flow.
69. 74. 80.
Sullivan mistake. Ding had that chance to land the counter blow. He only scored 6 from it, and Ronnie did the rest. Once again, it's advantage O'Sullivan.
Taxi for me, go around the house,
Ronnie O'Sullivan
give him a few games, and even then
Take
you could
seats,
tell
please.
what a great player and what a great future he was going to have. And he's still at the very pinnacle of the game and still producing magical, mercurical snooker.
Chose to play the stroke shot rather than the shot into the other corner that required a lot of screw back. And it's risky, Ken, isn't it? If you get to the stage where your technique is dictating which type of shot you play, it spells disaster.
Yeah, I don't think he was confident on taking the other red, but he's definitely on this red here. It's cuttable. Oh, he's unlucky.
One.
Just that kiss on the red. He's lost the cue ball. So just a safety shot. Just misses that red and goes off the cushion. It could have been on brown or yellow. I'm going to try and get that cue ball in the middle of the ball cushion. Try and use the brown as some sort of cover. But keep the cue ball tight on the ball cushion.
Junhui.
That's no good.
Well, that's always the risk when you play that shot and you break into the reds and get them moving around the table. You don't really know where they're going to finish. Of course, one's finished right over the corner pocket. No problem for Ding to go cushion first and just clip the red in, but where does the cue ball finish? Very tough to control.
Yeah, it's a shot you got to play, but you're trusting a little bit of luck here. A lot of traffic to miss here. Oh, he's going to try and play and land on the black, is he? There's the cue ball. Yeah. Very difficult to land on the black there, Sean. I thought maybe play with a bit of pace and hopefully get it out in the middle of the table for blue at least.
Blue ball, thank you.
Yeah, I completely agree. Everything had to go right there, didn't it? Would have been forgetting it a bit harder and chancing to luck a little bit.
Junhui.
Yeah, good safety though. This is not easy. Very difficult. Full length of the table. He's got a bit of perfect connection on this red. Very difficult to get that back to the bulk area, so he's forced a mistake from Ronnie O'Sullivan here. Junhui. Because any time when Ding has to use a lot of power, sometimes he can just lose the cue action a little bit. He's going to need a little bit of cue power here if he tries to screw the red in. If he's played it with topspin, it's not too bad. Still missable though, this. Now, has he left anything? Is anything available into this left corner pocket? Ronnie having a quick look. Oh, I think that red is available, and it could be on the black as well. So, chance here.
It's very, very tight, isn't it? Not just to pot on this red, but to try and pot the black from that side is very tight as well. So, Rob Spencer will be on hand to check. There's no infringement. Yeah, he doesn't like it. You see, he knows it's difficult from that side. Some shot to get the cue ball onto this back cushion and through that little gap for the black into the opposite corner. Yeah, he was always running into traffic. Ding's got away with one there. When he missed his previous shot, couldn't have really left it in a more awkward place.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
I know he was trying to pop that red and stun the cue ball round the angles, but that was asking a lot there. That was extremely difficult, and I don't think he's got away with this one.
No, this red pots, but needs a little bit of care and attention. This is not a gimme. Oh, nicely in the middle. Interval.
Eight. $40. 50. 22.
Doesn't really have much work to do here. Just keeping that cue ball under
23.
close control. You see those two reds are both available into the left centre. That's why he's tried to get on. He can play for pink here off one of them and come back for the black if he wishes.
30. 31. 37. 38.
Yeah, and we've seen enough snooker over the years to know it can be a moment's notice, but you wouldn't think it would go wrong here.
I have to put this blue and take the cue ball in and out of balk here. I wanted to be straighter on this blue. The fact that the yellow is off the spot certainly helps.
50. 51. $56.
So 51 ahead. This red will put him 52 ahead with only 51 remaining.
57.
Yeah, it should be enough. You definitely want to pot this pink though. Maybe one more red to stop Ding coming. Yeah, excellent shot.
63. 64.
It was only really a couple of long ball attempts from Ding really that sort of let him down. And can't beat himself up too much. But he's going to have it up to do when he comes back after the interval.
71. 72.
Well, it's a lovely break from Ronnie O'Sullivan. 79. It's been a wonderful 4 frames. And it's the former champion who goes in to the interval leading 7 frames to 5.